Starts and runs, we'll put a new harmonic balancer on her and she'll be ready for the next one. Well, new starter. Come off a old motor back there. Hi. Ain't no way. Alright, so we got the Jeep, old white Jeep here, back in the shop after the race. And I haven't messed with it much. I figured the battery, well, alright, start back step one. So we knocked the harmonic balancer off of it during the race. I'll put this in the video. If you watch real close, it just crams it into a rock. And that's what sends the front end in there. If you watch real close to the video, as soon as it hits the rock, harmonic balancer leaves chat. You can see it, it'll come, it like hits right there, and then you'll see it come out this way and the belt come with it. All right, so after that, I thought it was really hot. So, because you heard in the video, it just turned over real slow. Well, then later, it started, it turned over slow, then it started doing just clicking, just click, 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 click. I think. So I thought the battery was dead. Well, I got it in, well, I figured the motor was blowed up in it. And I was like, well, maybe it's just the battery's dead, that's why it's clicking. So, I took my trusty wire here that I broke out of my starter button, and it clicks. It was going click, click, click. So I was like, well, the motor might be locked up. Well, let's see if I can find it here. Somewhere over here. I don't know where I put it. It's got a ratchet with a 3/4 on it that I guess I've lost. Here's a wrench. I ain't got a ratchet on me. So, I come over here, put my wrench on my crank. Motor ain't stuck. I've spun it the whole way, all the way around. And I don't feel tight nowhere or anything like that. So, I guess whenever it kicked harmonic balancer off and I was sitting there on the rev limiter, it wasn't moving the water, so it got hot. It's white, wouldn't, and then it died. Didn't want to start back. And I don't know if it just burnt the starter up, it was a coincidence, or while I was sitting there trying to hold it, it slowly burnt the starter up, just just turn it over real slow and burnt the starter up. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I got another starter in my truck that she just took to town. Well, I'll find a starter somewhere around here. I'm gonna put a starter on it, and we're gonna see if this thing will start and run. If this thing will start and run, I'm gonna be amazed. This is the second time it's been this hot and done this. But hey, hopefully it starts and runs. We'll put a new harmonic balancer on her, and she'll be ready for the next one. So, let me go find a starter around this joint somewhere, and I'll get it on, and we'll see what the verdict is. All right. So I'm doing this in the floor. I hope y'all can see this, and I just stuck it on in front of the Jeep real quick. I didn't really plan on videoing this, but I figured why not. So this is the old starter here, and you can see we're hooked up to the stud here. Well, now I gotta get it turn. Well, now I ain't gonna turn it off. A while ago it was turning real slow, and that's what I was trying to show y'all. But yeah. So then if you swap over here to the new starter, well, new starter, come off a old motor back there. I wish my Jeep would rev that fast. Right. We need a lightweight flywheel or something. Lightweight crank, I don't know. That'd be pretty impressive. And I don't know if y'all have smell-o-vision through here, but this old starter smells terrible. So we're gonna send her out down the road in the scrap bin. That one's junk, and take these old cables off of this one and sling her in there and see what we can make happen. I'm gonna be so amazed if this motor runs. Like, I don't know. Like, also, side note, which I don't know, is I drained all the fuel out of it before we went and raced the race and put 110 in it. I know it ain't that big of a difference, but as hard as we torture these motors and put 110 and it's running that hot, I'm surprised we didn't burn something up. But so if this motor still runs, I'm gonna be amazed. But if it don't, I'm not gonna be mad at it. It don't owe me a thing. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think it'll run? I hope it runs just for the sake of it's gonna be awesome. But all right, I'm gonna get this starter on and quit jabbering. All right, so we got this starter on, and it turns over now. But I don't know if. All right, well, that's a good thing. Let's see if I can get her to focus in on it. Front crank is turning. Don't look wobbly. That starter does not sound like it's the healthiest starter on the market. But we're no cuts, no nothing. Let's see if it'll run. I know the harmonic balancer ain't on it. The door don't open on it. All right, screw it. We'll do it like this. I'm just gonna reach over here and turn it over. It should get fans and everything come on. Now, let's see. Is it in park? It's in park. Ain't no way. It seems tight. A little snug. Might have a little bit of a rattle to it. What do we do now? Do we run it? Or do we change it? You got me stumped now. Because it definitely don't sound like it did when I pulled it out. I don't know, let me think on that. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and change the harmonic, put a new harmonic balancer on it. And get a belt on it. That one's got me stumped. Let me do a little thinking on that, and I'll get this harmonic balancer on it. We'll see. Oof, didn't think of that. That's gonna be a son of a gun to get off. All right. First, I'm gonna think about how to get the center of this harmonic balancer off. Whatever. If I come up with something good, I'll pick you up and show you. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna work on that. Hi. Alrighty, so I'm trying to do this quick. My plan is, I welded a nut right there on the front of it. Well, my bad, I didn't get y'all crooked. Welded a nut right there on the front and bolt and impact. I'm trying to do it when it's hot. I think it's gonna pull off because I've tried to weld the cast, but I don't know, it was easy and quick, so let's see what happens. Well, shot out of it like a rocket, but Probably hot. Real hot. There it is. I'll get the other piece here in a minute off the trailer and put them side by side and show y'all. I ain't never seen one break like that. Pretty wild. I'm surprised the welder got it out that easy. Well, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I think she's finally done. So, I don't even know if it's worth pulling the oil pan off of. Definitely got a lower end knock, and I don't even know if it's worth pulling the oil pan off of. We put, well, I don't know what happened there. I guess the battery went dead. But we put a harmonic balance on it. Well, made a video last night with the GoPro cut off, but we put a harmonic balance on it. And I hope that video shows, but it is just a blow by or something. We heard a piston or something. It sounded like it's wanting to lock up, maybe not. So we've made the decision just go ahead and change the motor out. So we're gonna pull this motor out of this Jeep, and I don't know if we'll throw it away or if we might try to tear it apart. I don't know. Not a real big build a motor guy, but we might. But we're gonna pull the motor out of the 2-man Jeep and put it in this Jeep because we know it runs good. There's 2 more motors back there, but they're a 50-50 shot, and I hate to put a motor in right here before the race and not be a good motor, and they have to change it again. So we're just gonna pull the motor out of the 2-man Jeep, put it in here. So I guess that's about it, really. It's still holding oil pressure. It's got 40 pounds to it, but it just, I mean, you can even hear it when it turns over. Like, something just don't sound healthy inside there. And it bent the Jeep a lot more when it done that. When it landed on that rock, you can see, if you look at that motor mount real close, it's both motor mounts shoved forward. Slip on the drive shaft's about all the way used up in the front, so I don't know. We'll get this motor out. Hopefully the other one goes back in smooth. Probably need to get some air in this tire or something because it's sitting all cattywampus. Make it a little easier on us. But yeah, we're gonna get you tearing this motor out, and if something interesting pops up, I'll pick you up. Well, she's in. There's the old one. Get the head off of it. It don't look terrible. You see just I think the rings or something's wore out. Probably got cracked pistons in it. They got more rot than they should in them. All the cross hatching's gone. It's got a good lip right there. But be alright, we'll get her fixed up. But we got this one in. And we haven't tried to start it yet, so we're either about to look like retards or look like fools, or it's gonna go good. So we turned it over, but we haven't put fire to it. I've never had an oil pressure gauge on this motor. We got her hooked up now, so we might have her feelings hurt and have no oil pressure, but hopefully she does. All right, let's see what she's got. Huh. Not bad. We have to reset the TPS and stuff. We ain't got any water in it yet. We don't have any water in it yet. We gotta put water in it, and I'm gonna do an oil change and stuff. But I just want to see if it gets started up so I can get this video out. It sounds good. Oil pressure 40 pounds. So it ain't knocking. It ain't wanting to stay running, which is probably just TPS ain't reset. I know a 5.3, you gotta push the pedal 3 times to reset TPS. I don't know about a Jeep, so usually I just run them until they relearn. So. Overall, other than that, it wanting to die out. It's probably something, I mean, the plugs ain't been changed in it or anything like that, but other than that, we'll get some water in it. I got something, we'll get some water in it, get the oil changed in it. That's it. We got her in there, heard it run. Still stumbling a little bit. Either I think it's where it ain't got water in it and it's auto air control is messing up or something. Or it's got water in it and the temperature's choking it or something. Or I think the auto, because it didn't want to auto right with the old motor in it either. So maybe the auto air control. Nothing serious. Definitely sounds good. Sounds better than the other motor. Oil pressure's looking better. This motor over here ain't hurt. I mean, it's hurt, don't get me wrong. But from what I could see there, by no means am I an engine builder. We just snatched the head off to see what it looked like. But I think it's just range stuff wore out. I'm sure it probably cracked piston, and I'm sure the crank's probably hurt, because if you remember, not too terribly long ago, I rolled main rod bearings in that motor. So I think just between, crank already scarred, and he got hot on the rev limiter the other day. So, but I got faith in this motor here. It'll take us at least through the last race, and that's all we hope longer than that, but that's the main goal, get through this last race, hopefully on top of the podium. But yeah, that's about it. Man, other little stuff, simple stuff. You've seen it many times. I got to lengthen the dry shaft a little bit. I'm gonna put it back in there and see what it's at, because I did change the cross member. Actually, where's that old cross member at? This right here is one lick. I mean, it demolished that thing. It demolished it. You know, I didn't change it long ago. If it had landed on the transfer case or the transmission, it would have. If it had landed on the transfer case, it would have busted it off. I do believe. If it landed on the transmission, it would demolish the pan and probably some guts in it. So I'm thankful it landed where it landed. Which y'all hear more about it, but then I have surgery December. So it'll be a rough go making videos there for a little while. Have surgery on my arm, and that'll put us out for about 3 months. But we ain't gonna stop making videos. We'll figure it out. I'll do something. I'm gonna start building another Jeep for next year. Got some ideas after running a few races. Ideas we're gonna try and change up and see if we can make one handle a little better, drive better, and handle the rocks a little better. So stay tuned for that. It's coming. And there may be something else exciting in the works here. If it all work out the way I want it to, it'd be something. It'd be pretty cool. And it may be going to the last race of the year. I'd like to take it. It just depends how the cars fall. So stay tuned for that. It should be coming this weekend, and hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching. See y'all next time.